Joe, I'm an asshole. I just want to wish you a happy belated birthday on this show. So everybody in chat, wish Joe a happy belated birthday and PayPal me some money and I'll get him a cake.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Hail, Rick. What's going on? Let's see.
Hail, Rick. What's up, brother?
I think we might have tricked a lot of people that might not have seen the fact that we were doing a time change on the show. So we are doing 9 o'clock now. Will be when we do the show. We had kind of a stream, I think was it last week, and we talked to some of the people in the chat. What's up, Leandro?
Leandro.
What worked better, and people settled on 9. So, and I actually I like 9. 9 works. 9 works really well. Jamie, what's going on?
Hey, Jamie.
Glad you could make it.
Jamie, what's your favorite piece of mine that's in the sketchbook? Or the art book from Con Artist Volume 2.
What's up, K Manifesto?
K Manifesto.
Chauncey.
Chauncey's in charge.
Man, all right. I think I caught up to most everybody so far. Yeah, today's gonna be a fun show. As you can see, I think the only time we ever dressed up like this before was
with Mike.
Yeah. So every once in a while, feel a little frisky.
Thanks. That was a lot of fun to do. We did a lot of cool techniques on the coloring that I hadn't done before. So that's cool. Thank you. And I appreciate you spending your hard-earned money on my trash.
Thank you, Kay. For anybody that doesn't know, Jamie got one of Sean's sketchbooks.
The last one
she bought. So yeah, that was awesome. And I think I got one of those coming as a birthday present sometime.
I'm gonna give it to you when I see you. That's
what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. And the next time we see each other, hopefully be soon. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it.
And again, PayPal me the money so I can buy Joe a gift.
Yeah, it was Monday. So, but yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
How's it feel to be 55?
It's not trash. It was a damn good book. Fuck yeah, it is.
Thank you.
55.
Hail, Joe.
It feels a lot like 39. We gotta get him on the show too. He's got a. What's going on, Joe?
Yeah,
definitely. Hit us up, Joe. Let's work out something. Pimp shit. Yeah, spread that rumor. I like it.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Let's see. Before we get going and actually start the show officially, I'm going to do a little bit of self-promotion here because you know what? We were told by some of our friends and some of the people that kind of mentor us, I guess you could say, in the show. Groom us. Yeah, you know, that could happen. That we don't promote ourselves enough.
No.
You know, and that's something that, you know, because a lot of times, you know, we feel like we don't want to take the attention away from the guests and whatnot, but we were told, you know, you got to promote your guys' stuff more than what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that opportunity and we're going to start doing the beginning of the show. It's going to be kind of self-promotion and then we're going to jump into all the fun. So for anybody that doesn't know, and for those that do know, I have a book coming out, hopefully sometime this year, called Reaper Destroyer. That's the cover. Colored by Brian Valenza, inked by Jimmy Reyes. The interiors are going to be inked by Joe Weems. It's going to be a really fun book. I'll be releasing more details of story, character, and all that kind of stuff as we go. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it now, but just reminding everybody, we'll probably launch this sometime in July or September. So be on lookout for that. My character, this is my first book, be my first campaign, and I am really looking forward to sharing that with everybody. Sean, what do you have?
Oh, I have in the background is thanks, brother, is my character Strees from my upcoming book Type 1. The elevator pitch is the relationship between Turner and Hooch meets action comics and cartoons of the 80s and 90s with Mesoamerican lore. And at the heart of it, it's, you know, a story of a nephew and an uncle that has to live with type 1 diabetes. And I got a little thing if I could read, if you don't mind, Joe.
Yeah, do it, man.
Yeah, it's my show. Whatever.
Yeah, it's your show. Do what you want.
Thomas DeHart is our hero, Strees, but behind the mask, he's the caretaker of his nephew, Aaron, who seems to be the one taking care of him and his life as a diabetic. He's also a renowned rheumatologist. while on a research trip in Mexico for studies on autoimmune deficiencies, Thomas's research team took a day off to the pyramids. His project manager, mentor, he's getting older and he wants to take more risks. So, hold on. So he's like, I got some ideas. I've watched Ancient Aliens. I've been on some Google dark holes. So let's see if any of these things happen. So he finds the pyramid, he finds a room, and then lo and behold is the Mayan and Aztec technology of the Type 1 armor. And that's what I got so far, and I'm going to keep working on that so I don't sound like a stuttering fool.
So that's why I'm not talking about my book just yet.
Well,
But it sounds great. I can't wait for John's book. I've been there from almost the get-go with the stuff, and we bounce things off each other and let us know what we're doing with the books and whatnot. And I think he's got a really awesome story. I can't wait for you guys to read it. K-Manifesto. Brian Valenza did the colors for my book, and Sean did the colors for the one of his that we just showed. So
that's just the model sheet. It's not.
But that's
it's just to get a base of what he'll look like for when I send off to the colors. Or hey, Jasper, Plan 9. Hell, so which I think I might hire my niece and nephew to kind of teach them to color, and then I'll go over it with like a
appreciate it. Yeah, trust us, our books are going to be fun. This could be good. If you like the whole sci-fi action 90s kind of stuff, it's not like we're trying to capture the 90s books, but it's our influences, and that's what we do. Thank you, Jasper. Appreciate it. All right. So now that that's out of the way, we shamelessly plugged each other. We got that. We can now go ahead and tell people like, hey, we are plugging our stuff. It's the purpose of the show. There we go. Hey, Don.
Oh, I love Zen.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to be talking about that, brother. Yeah.
We're going to, we're going to be having some Zen content on in next month. Yes. So we'll tease that there. So, all right, guys, it's not Thursday, or it's not Friday night, it's Thursday night. So it's not No Pants Friday. It's Dress Up Thursday or something. I don't know. Yeah. But let's get this fucking started. Let's get it rolling, man. I am ready. I'm having a good time. I'm feeling. Me too, brother. Me too. All right, everybody. Welcome to the
Art and Stuff. I'm Sean Ahrendt, and with me, as always, is my brother in art.
Oh, that was quick. I'm very
steal.
Yeah, that's true. I'm the very sexy, the very talented, very distinguished, always narcissistic but never vain, a staunch defender of Rob Liefeld and Gina Carano, and a lover of all things 90s. Joseph Michael Sonntag, or Joam Sonntag if you prefer, or as the Pope likes to call me, JMS. Welcome to the show, and as always, what a fucking awesome show it is. And we are glad that everybody is here to join us, and we're going to jump into this because you all are here, you're rocking out, and I love it.
Well, I'm not wearing a bra, so it's okay.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to talk about all this stuff, and we're going to get rolling here in about 2 seconds. I'm going to have Sean, the guy that brings all our guests on, so
we have a legend. We have Don Chin. He X-Farce Beardzzerker. I fucked up that name. I'm horrible.
Beardzzerker.
I look at him as like the king of the parody books. Like going through the bookstores in the 90s, I'd be like, oh, here's X-Force. And then I'm like, this doesn't look like X-Force. But I got it anyway because I'm dyslexic. And it was a hell of a lot of fun. So without further ado, and me looking more like a jerk than I already am.
Yes. Let's
bring up Don.
What up, Don? How you doing?
Guys, I'm good. I feel like a rock star, man.
Oh, very cool.
I know it's the glasses really sell it. That's what it is. Like I feel like looking at us right now, like we could all be in a band, not a boy band like Sean likes. No, like I'm not down for the boy band stuff, but I feel like we could rock some stuff. That's for darn sure.
You guys are the Blues Brothers, and I could be your roadie or something. I don't know.
See, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that.
Jerry, how are you doing, brother? I'm glad to see you guys got your power back. That's some shit, man. You guys are not prepared. Well, not that you're not prepared, but like it's just not normal for Texas, man. My prayers with you guys.
Yeah, everybody down in our thoughts are definitely down with people in Texas right now. It's you guys are going through some stuff that you definitely aren't used to, and I got a lot of friends down in Texas. I know how that's going, so our thoughts and prayers with everyone down there for sure. But yeah, Don, I mean, I thought it was awesome that we got to talk and get you on the show, and we'll be able to talk about some of your projects here. And I know we have another guest that we're going to bring on here in a little bit, but before we do, we just want to talk to you for a little bit and get that all spicy going. I'm sorry. The chat's awesome right now, so I'm trying to keep.
I see Joe Catapano. He's got a book out. Star Circuit.
Yeah, he is ridiculously talented.
Yeah, Texas is just a little cold, that's for sure. Sean, I'm gonna throw the show to you for a second while I kind of focus on the chat.
Okay,
that's why
so
we have two hosts.
Yeah. Don, would you mind giving us your origin? How you got into comics, what made you be a geek, and why did you want to start self-publishing and rule the comic industry?
Yeah. Well, I was born in the early 60s, so I'm kind of an older creator. Mm-hmm. But I started reading comics at a young age, mainly Harvey stuff and age-appropriate stuff, growing up, Richie Rich. But then as I got older, I started to like superheroes. And I liked Mad Magazine and Cracked Magazine a lot. So those were newsstand staples for me that I would pick up. And in high school, my friends and I thought we were going to be the next, Lee and Kirby. But our stuff, we would send off our stuff thinking we were as good as Marvel, DC at the time. And we were woefully humbled by a bunch of rejection letters.
Right.
So we decided to go ahead and self-publish a magazine called Overload, which is kind of like a combination of What If Heavy Metal Magazine met Mad Magazine. So it's kind of a fantasy humor magazine. And from that origin, that kind of got my feet wet into self-publishing. And then my first published book actually was with Cracked back in the 80s. This is actually the very first thing I was ever published in back in
nice
83. Yeah, John Severin. Cover. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So
that is awesome.
I really like movie satires. That would be the thing whenever I picked up Mad and Crack. That was what I wanted to read, was the movie satires. So that just kind of naturally blossomed into having kind of a spoof mentality. And in the 80s, I ran a comic book store when I was in college. And then the Turtles came on the scene, and everybody was talking about this Turtles book. And so I ordered some, and I really liked it because I like Ronin, and I like kind of that old, kind of crude underground feeling that Eastman and Laird brought to the Turtles, because that's kind of what I grew up on, was underground comics as well. So me and my friend Parsonavich just decided, why don't we try to spoof the Turtles and see if anyone would publish it? And thankfully, Eclipse Comics agreed to take it on, and they sold like 55,000 copies of the first one. And then it just became kind of a cult classic. And, we were getting requests to do second printings, and it got on Jeopardy, the TV show. And it was just kind of this crazy ride for quite a few years. And then after Eclipse folded, Bill Mouse and I decided to start Parody Press in the early 90s. And so that's kind of the origin of Parody Press. And then Parody Press became a sister company called Entity Comics, and that's where Zen was one of our titles. And we did Stargate, Mira X, Aster, which Herrenberg mentioned was just on this Batwoman show this week. So it's just really crazy to see.
That's so cool, man.
That's awesome.
From the stuff that I did back in the 90s. But I kind of took a hiatus back in the late 90s. So I didn't do comics for several years, but I still wanted to kind of get my creative juices out. So we did one book back in 2007, and then the market was kind of saturated at that time. So I took a break, and then I kind of saw what people were doing in crowdfunding, and that's what brings me back to X Farce and Beardzzerker, which is what I'm here to kind of tell you guys about.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Herrenberg had asked, did you work at the time with the legendary Cat?
Ironwood. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Cat was my editor, and we did probably about 15 Hamsters books when it was with Eclipse. They had 3D books. We had a crossover with a character called Airboy that Chuck Dixon wrote. And Kat was my editor, and she was kind of like this Berkeley hippie that was my editor. And I'm kind of more on the conservative side. So for her to be my editor was kind of weird because she was kind of like she was really different, very earthy. And I think she was Jewish, and I kind of came from like a Christian background. So whenever we would kind of knock heads on religious things.
I can see that.
I just had a horrible joke.
I appreciate her and Dean Mullaney giving me a break, because that was really my first, professional work was back with Eclipse, and I did well. I mean, basically that was kind of the time when creators were breaking away from Marvel and DC and doing their own projects.
Right.
They were kind of the pioneers in giving people like Jim Starlin and Paul Galassi and all these other guys their own books. And so I appreciate her. I don't know what she's doing these days. I think she's kind of into like tarot and kind of metaphysical stuff.
Nice. Drop some acid there. Some shrooms. Sign me up.
I'm just say shit.
It's like a good time.
And Sean, I didn't, I see the Liefeld poster behind you.
Oh, that's his banner. He gave it to me after one gig we were doing, or he was doing. I was just hanging out with him.
Awesome. Well, because I mentioned X-Farce, and that was this is the book that Eclipse did with me and Bill back in the 90s. So this was the one that like 70,000 copies.
Oh, I got it.
So what we're doing now in X-Farce Reloaded is we're reprinting all of Bill's original work in full digital color. So
nice.
It's going to be 48 pages. And so that was kind of the first book that Bill and I ever worked on, which is our claim to fame. But Liefeld obviously was X-Force. He was the guy that we were making fun of. But even before X-Force, he was in a fanzine called Megaton. You're probably aware of that, right?
Yeah.
I was in Megaton as well. So I kind of have these weird roots between Liefeld and Eric Larson. They were all published in this fanzine back in the 80s before they got work with Image and Marvel. Right, but I love Rob. I used to see him at cons when he was just like a little snot-nosed teenager trying to get his work published. I saw his portfolio and I go, I want to publish this kid. And then DC just snapped him up like the very first convention he was at. He was that good.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That's a great story. Cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. Let's man. Yeah, the chat. I love it. Jamie, you're just going crazy.
You like my lunchbox. That's my original elementary school collector's item. I was a big Peanuts fan, probably like you guys were. Charles Schultz was
growing up,
huge influence for me.
Yeah, my dad used to work for Metropolitan Life, and like Snoopy was their mascot for a while. So like we had blow up blimps and cool. I love the Peanuts as is. Charles Schultz was a phenomenal human being, artistically and all that.
This chat is great. I love
I love the chat so far.
Show. Just in the green room, I was laughing my head off between you guys just talking.
Well, we hope we come off as entertaining and not like douchebags. But I mean, if we come off as douchebags too, that's fine. As long as people are tuning in, you can call us whatever you want.
Yeah, just watch us.
Either way.
I think I'm gonna dress up for my streams now. I like this. It's cool.
Yeah, we might.
Got this Tom Cruise vibe going on, Like,
I like it. Yeah, you're looking pretty rock star.
T-shirt on too.
Oh, nice. I love it. Well, let's bring on our other guest here, and then let's talk about X-Farce, and we can jump into some of the other topics we're going to talk about. But Sean, do your thing.
Yeah, we have legendary artist Bill Mouse coming on. That's all. That
was great.
Hey, bud.
No, look.
Hey, Bill.
How's it going, guys? How's it going? Good to see you guys.
Before the show that you were coming.
Good to see you.
I'm just like, Bill Mouse is coming on.
I guess found out 5 minutes before the show as well.
Yeah, I love it. I mean,
no, that's awesome. No, thanks so much for having me. That's awesome. That's awesome.
No, it was really cool because I was talking to Don earlier today, and he's like, "Hey, do you care if Bill comes on the show?" And I was like, "Absolutely." Absolutely, that's great. Let's do it.
Yeah, we
More
have a
the
bunch of
merrier.
friends in common. John Medic, Adelso Corona,
Yeah,
Terry Sala.
there you go.
Yeah, Morocco.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
Oh yeah,
Very
those guys are like family, man. He's like,
yeah, same.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's really awesome having
Which
both
is
you guys on.
why I miss traveling right now. Just because the shows are the only times I can really connect with my friends like that and hang out for a few minutes before I go back to my cave.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, stuff like this has been really nice, especially during the pandemic and everything. Is it gives people the chance to still kind of connect and talk and have like a sense of not really like a convention feel, but just that interaction that
like
we're
after
all
the show,
together.
like you get a beer with the fellas.
This is a new bag of tricks that we sort of got forced into a little bit faster than maybe we would have normally.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of the tricks that we're going to keep, because honestly, I've connected with so many more. I've connected with so many more people than I would have normally going to shows, because usually at the shows I'm working, so I'm kind of trapped in a bubble. I'm behind my table, or I'm meeting whatever publisher I'm working with whatever project, and I'm not really out there networking and hanging out with friends and hanging out with people that you meet. So this is great. This is the silver lining to the world melting, the slow motion apocalypse that we've all been a part of.
Yeah.
The armchair potato Walking Dead apocalypse that we've had.
Yeah, 100% agree on that.
Cool.
So while we got you guys here, and I don't want to take too much time away from what we're going to be talking about, so let me pop up the campaign. I guess select audio. I didn't do that yesterday.
You gonna pop the champagne?
I wish. Let's take a look at the trailer here.
Awesome.
Let's pop this up.
My name is Professor Baldy, and I run a school for juvenile delinquents. But not just any delinquents. Mine are specially gifted. You might even call them mutants. Trust a few reformed ex-cons. Tangerine.
Am I the apple of your eye, Bubba?
Jeannie Gray. Beastie Boy. Oh, everybody dance now.
Is it hot in here, or is it just me?
And their friends from X-Farce. Cable TV.
Equal remote control, frog face.
Garfarel. Meow. Dominoes.
This book has just the right amount of cheese.
And introducing the Newt Mutants. Beware the rest. Magneto. Mistress Piggy. And not at all breaking the fourth wall. Cesspool. Now, Empty Press Comics is back with X-Farce Reloaded #1. Don't miss this extraordinary comics extravaganza with 7-fold color stories of marvelous mutant mayhem. Back this book today for awesome variant covers and original artwork tiers. 48 pages of action and hilarious hijinks by some of comics' funniest talents. Parity Press, making the world laugh again. Only on Indiegogo.
Oh, it's so funny, man. It is so funny.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We got Patrick Stewart cheap because of COVID.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know how it is. You know how it is.
You gotta pay your bills. $5 is $5.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. There's a couple of boxes of tea, and he's good to go. Some Earl Grey.
Crumpets.
Yep.
No, that was good. That made me laugh. That's fun. I love it. I hit the like button. It's Piggy. Oh my god, this is epic.
Thanks. Well, if you refresh your screen, you probably see the new art and stuff special I put up as a featured bonus just for your readers. So instead of $75 for
oh, nice.
all 3 variants, people can pick pick up all 3 for $59.
That's awesome.
And they're signed. So
That's pretty cool. So I see you guys have there's a 1,700 flexible goal, 5,400. We got 13 days left, 88 backers. Let's definitely see if we can give you guys a couple more backers tonight. That'd be awesome. I was taking a look at some of the art that you were sharing with me throughout the week and since we started talking. And I definitely took notice to the Rob Willis variant cover you guys got. Dude's such a badass artist, and it really kind of gives that like 90s feel as well with his style.
Yeah.
And that's just such a sick looking, such a sick looking
that
cover.
cover is sweet. Yeah, that cover is sweet.
Yeah.
He just
he went all legit.
This is the original artwork.
Oh,
I just got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Joe, make that bigger.
It's for sale.
Wait, all right. Got too many. I got too many windows.
There you go. Now
Oh man, that is so cool.
Yeah, he goes into all. It's kind of Dale Keown, Stephen Platt, to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I've always thought too. Yeah, he's such a talented guy. We've had him on the show a couple times. Love talking
He's
to
good
him.
peoples.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, I would kill to have some original art by him. I'm actually one of these days I might have to hit him up and be like, hey, do a cover for me. Because just so I can buy it from you.
He's got quite a waiting list. It took him like 6 months to get me just the one piece.
The last time we had him on the show, and this was like tail end of last year, I thought he said that he was like looking at March or April before he could do anything new, but with all the stuff he had, what he was working on. So I was like, yeah, well, maybe have to do that some other time. But yeah, it's really cool. I haven't backed this project yet, but I definitely will before the 13 days are up, and I'm definitely going to grab that as one of the things I back. That's for sure.
I was on Malin's show just before yours, and so if people are interested, and John Malin was doing a Comicsgate show, but I've got what's called the X-Farce snack pack. So for normally $99, but for tonight it's $75. People can get our cool collectible metal lunchbox, and then we've got a ceramic mug.
Nice.
And your choice of any one of the 3 variant covers for $75. So that's a pretty good package deal if someone wants to take advantage of that.
Yeah, let's scoot down here.
I feel so underdressed, man. It's like you visited the Michael Man Miami Vice jacket.
In the green room,
you're looking smooth.
Well, Sean hits me up right before, like maybe a half hour before we go live, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to dress up again?" It's like I said, we've only ever done this one other time. Usually we just do it normally.
Use the words I said.
What did you say?
I said you want to dress up and look fabulous tonight.
Oh, fabulous! Yeah, and I was like, "Well,
there you go.
I don't have fabulous stuff." I was like, "I got this fedora from when I used to wear this when I was in a band." I was like, "That's pretty much all I got." And I got like my mom bought me this for my birthday, so I was like, "You know what? I'll just throw it together." And
there you go.
It is what it is. Yeah.
And I look like a twink.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like I can sell more just dressed like this. It gives me confidence.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
You should.
Maybe we should just do this more often. I don't know.
This is an episode of Miami Vice. I mean, I'm kind of like the guy in the red district, just kind of working my street corner.
Wait, hold on.
You guys. I'll wear a jacket. I'll wear a jacket next time.
I'm sorry.
Like, we got to catch Bill. He's running the dope off that boat.
You are from Puerto Rico,
Oh.
Yeah. I was trying to stick with the theme. I'm trying to
stick with the stereotype.
I'm going to stick with the stereotype. The guy with the German last name who's Puerto Rican. Obviously, I'm the dope runner.
Look, I'm a quarter Mexican, all right? So I feel.
Hey, there you go. Hey, there you go.
I'm an eighth Puerto Rican.
I call my daughter a Puerto Rican because her mom is Mexican and my mom is Puerto Rican. My dad is total Irish farm boy from Michigan. It's like she's
what I'm talking about.
I tell everybody I'm on paper and they don't get the reference, but I'm like, it's okay.
I was just gonna say, like, I have a last name of German, but I'm adopted, so like I got a last name as German. My birth name is, I think, Scottish. I'm an eighth Puerto Rican.
You're adopted?
Yeah.
How sad. I'm kidding. I had no idea.
Welcome to Intervention Live.
Yep. So, eighth Puerto Rican. So I'm like the whitest Puerto Rican you're ever gonna see.
Well, I'm the whitest Mexican.
There you go.
I know, but
Rice, beans, and tacos. It's us, man. It's all the way through.
I love it.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Don. What are you bringing to the cookout?
Some rice.
It's okay to be playfully racist as long as we're doing it to ourselves.
Oh,
right.
Nobody can throw us up on Twitter for being weird.
Well, I'm sure somebody still will. Hey, it's Twitter. That's
true. That's true.
What's going on in the fairs? So when you guys are when you're coming up for an idea for a parody, I don't have the mind to do humor. Like I wish I did, because I feel like I'm kind of a funny guy in real life. I can be entertaining, maybe. But when it comes to like writing and coming up with characters and like the names and the spoofs you have, what goes into that? And when you really establish that this is this is what's going to work, I'm sure you have quite a bit of different ideas for certain characters.
You're asking Don a question that's like asking a person, so how do you breathe? How is breathing for you?
Yeah, right.
I think Don thinks that way, and I love the way he thinks, and we're sort of in the same wheelhouse most of the time.
Yeah.
So it just comes to us.
Yeah, Bill and I, Bill's blessed in that he's an awesome writer and artist, and I'm mainly an idea guy. I mean, I can sketch, but I'm not nearly as good as the people that work for me. But my mind has always just kind of thought that way. I was raised on movies like Airplane, Mel Brooks, Saturday Night Live, the real good Saturday Night Live, and I just kind of just have this mind that it just comes to me and it flows. I don't really
like Bane. You're like Bane. It's like I was born into it, molded by it. I've been initiated.
I know. It's a blessing and a curse. My wife hates my puns now, but now she's punning, so I don't know what to tell you.
It's catchy. It's catchy.
This is a great chat, you guys. I love you guys talk. Hi, Eric. Hi, Joe. Joe's stalking me. Joe, he's probably been doing like 12 streams in the last couple of days. Get some sleep, my friend.
That's how you got to do it, though. You got to promote your books.
That's right.
That's a painstaking part of doing the campaign that I've been told. I haven't had to do it yet, but I'm sure we'll all be there at one point.
Now, happy belated birthday, Joe, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. It.
How old are you?
55.
30. Yeah, 55. I'm 39.
All right.
39. Getting ready to enter the last year of my 30s before jumping into the 40s, which I'm actually kind of excited about.
You're almost done. You're almost finished.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, I'm almost finished the race. I'm that close.
All right, I'm 51, so don't feel so bad. It's like it's all right. This isn't like Logan's Run where you reach that certain age and you just gotta run out of the dome before they shoot you.
Yeah, thank God. Well, I'll tell you what. Honestly, turning 30 was a mind fuck for me to get from going from your 20s to your 30s. That was actually really hard for me. But once I got used to that, like I was telling my wife the other day, I was like, I'm actually excited to turn 40. It's just I don't know. It's like it's a brand new start. It's a new decade. A new stretch.
Yeah.
Like
wait 10 more years. Wait 10 more years, and you're just going to be happy to be here. It's like I turned 51. It's like, well, I'm glad I'm still here. This is awesome.
Right.
I just want to keep up.
I started going bald in my early 20s, and the fact that I'm almost 40, like I'm like, all right, I'm good, I guess. I don't got.
There you go. I started shaving my head like 20 years ago. Yeah.
I moisturize. I'm telling you, it's that little bit of Latin blood I got. It just keeps me looking younger.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
You're in your 20s or something.
I started graying in my 20s. I You know, and I used to have nice, long, beautiful hair up in the band, and like that's gone away. More of the gray set in. But besides all that, I'm happy in the place I'm at. You know, it's like I feel good. It's all the mindset. I feel young. You know, we're all doing the stuff we love, trying to get our projects out there. It's just like a new lease on life when you're doing that kind of stuff.
This is going to be a really interesting decade for all of us. This is going to be a really there's a pocket, there's a universe pocket that's opening up that we're filling, that it wouldn't have happened this way any other way. It's really interesting. I think it's going to be very exciting.
I agree. I agree. And then hopefully we'll get past all this bullshit and we can get back to seeing each other again. And
we will. Yeah, we will.
All that kind of stuff. That's all I want. And then let's move forward after that. Like, let's get back to a little bit more normal and let's move forward.
I like shaking people's hands when they buy my stuff at conventions. You know, it's like I appreciate them.
Yeah.
And if I can't
you want to have that interaction.
Yeah.
You want to have that interaction. Exactly. Yeah. But this is the good in between. It's like, you know, we got technology at least. You know, if this had happened back in the 80s when I was a kid, it's like I just would have been sending people postcards and hearing back from them 5 months later. You know, it's just like, oh yeah, I got that book. It was nice. Meanwhile, I'm starving because I drew one book. You know? So we got technology. You know, we have a lot to be thankful for.
Yep, that we do. So you said this book. This is a reprint then of the original.
Well, it's a mix. It's a mixture, Joe. So there's a 21-page story that Bill did with me called X-Farce, which was the very first thing we ever worked on together. And then there's a 10-page X-Con story, which is what you're seeing the cover on. So there's like a throwback Lee and Kirby origin story. And then the rest of the materials is all brand new. Like we have Mike Barron contributing,
Sweet.
Keith Gleason from the Mighty Mascots. His team is bringing a story that parodies the House of X. We've got Kurt Hathaway, a longtime letterer, a friend of mine. You pass through a story where the ex-cons meet the infringers in Antarctica. So there's no artwork in it. It's just
I was noticing that. Yeah,
there you
go. Brilliant.
So that's a 3-page story. So yeah, you get about none of it's ever been in color, so it's all been digitally recolored.
Okay.
So
you know, Don, when Kurt lettered that, did you technically have to pay him for the art also?
Good question.
Don't tell Kurt. Don't tell
you. This whole thing is it's an homage to our very first. It's like Don is responsible for Don and a fellow artist Bob Hannon. They're responsible for my career starting in this industry. This was my very first gig for Eclipse. And Don was the writer. Bob Hannon was my inker on this book, and it's because of that I've been 30? Is it 30 years now? Is it 30 plus years?
Yeah.
Holy smokes!
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, don't break out the calculator. It'll hurt.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Joe, that graphic you have on the screen, I'm running a sale on that as well tonight. So if someone wants what's called the executive box, it's instead of 200, I think I marked it down to like 169. So you get the lunchbox, the mug, all 3 issues signed, and then Bill Mouse gives us a nice custom sketch card as well.
That's awesome.
Is that what Leandro just picked up?
Leandro.
Did you say that? Did I miss
He
it?
picked up something. Oh, hold on. Back in 92 and picked up the Heroes Power.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Whoops.
Come on, Sean.
I'm stupid. I can't read. That's why
You got me all excited.
I apologize.
Yeah, so man, we're excited. I mean, the book's pretty much done. I just got the last 2 lettered pages in from Keith, and so we're looking at getting this off to the printer this month and start fulfilling in March.
Awesome. Ooh, yeah, original art.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want my lunchbox. I want my comp lunchbox. I want it to come with a bag of M&Ms inside.
Bill, that's his staple is pizza and M&Ms.
Yeah,
I love
my
New
doctor
Jersey?
doesn't like that.
Yo,
Yeah.
I know, right? Well, you know what? With all of our backgrounds, us telling each other what all of our backgrounds are. I was actually born in Queens, in New York, so it's like close enough to Jersey.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Queens
Yeah.
has the best pizza ever, and that's a fact.
There you go. That's the only reason I was born there. Is
Yeah.
Spider-Man comics and pizza.
Yeah.
That New Mutants piece that you just scrolled by, Joe, that's actually done by Bill's close friend Thad Rose. We tried to go for like a Bill Sienkiewicz, 80s, 90s New Mutant.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
He pulled it off.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job.
Yeah, a lot of the art you guys have or on this campaign is great. All the different different styles, and like the spoof stuff is just hilarious to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like when you guys have come up with the characters, when it comes into the designs, how much does that? Do you start with like a name first, or you just try to go off the name, or you just try to draw some crazy designs and come up with the names after that, or?
I think with X-Force, I saw Rob Liefeld's X-Force, and it just kind of, after I read it, I just thought, oh, this person should be this. To me, cable TV was just natural. I mean, because he looked kind of like Ted Turner a little bit. So I'm after Ted Turner back in the 90s. And I just said, this guy needs to have a huge remote control, TV guide strapped and snacks around his belt. So I would just kind of write these on in my script, and I would give it to Bill, and we just have this synergy where he kind of reads my mind, and I don't even have to sketch what I intend to look like.
The stuff it goes through a filter. I swear there's just a filter in there where it's like everything just goes through, and it changes. It's like watching WandaVision, man. It's just like it just changes into the thing, and if it makes us laugh and it sticks, it's just like yeah, we'll do that. And that's funny, or this and that, or if it's so ridiculous or so silly or so if as long as it sticks and makes us laugh, it's just like let's do that. We got jokes,
Right. Yeah, that's.
I wish I lived closer to Adelso. If Adelso is listening out there, man, if I live close to Adelso, that boy, he's got jokes. I could write like 12,000 books.
Oh, he's a clown. He's a clown. Yeah.
Dude, he makes me laugh, dude. It's like we got so many jokes. Just jokes coming out of nowhere.
Buttercup, but no, he's got some funny ha-has.
Yeah, he's got some burns.
Yeah.
He's got the power.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sharing the Willis cover if you want to bring it up big, Rob, because I know Joe, I know people like work.
Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I got two. These glasses don't help either. Trying to go with the gimmick. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna leave them on. Everyone's got them on, but the gimmick of the show, like I'm gonna look at it. There we go.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. You're sticking with it. All right, we're good.
Yep. Let me see if I can bring that big. Yeah, that's such a sick cover. Like
yeah, sweet. I mean, it's so badass. I mean, look at it.
Great.
Who did I can't tell who did the colors for this.
Matt Yackey, who actually Liefeld, one of his crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it kind of looked like Yackey's work because he did the Black Flag stuff with
Rob.
And Dan and all them.
Yeah.
I would say it looked a lot like his. Yeah, it looks so good, man. Like, that's on point. I want to get that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah, we got to get a hold of him, have him back on the show. We haven't had him on in a while.
His service sucks though. Like it
does.
Breaks up. It is what it is.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on our first month closeout show, and he was having technical issues, and you can just kind of hear him swearing. And
we've had him on the show twice now, and I think both shows he didn't finish the show because eventually he dropped out.
Yeah,
3 times. Yeah, 3 times, and I think all 3 times he dropped out of the show. It's just like, all right, never was able to get him back.
By the way, your guys' campaigns look epic. I'm really excited. I'm definitely gonna check them out and probably back them. When are you guys launching again?
Oh, thank you for first off, tentatively, I'm trying to launch in July, and like this is my first campaign, so I'm trying to take my time and do it right. So
Yeah.
I reserve the right to push it back if I have to, but I would like to try to do it sometime in July.
More towards the end of the year, most likely. I want the line artwork to be done before I go to start the campaign, because I want people to have faith in me that they're going to get their product.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So,
but that's the beauty of this type of stuff. It's like we can set our own schedules. We can set our own pace.
And I'm still waiting on the cover for Marat, so that's a big thing too.
Got you.
Hey, Bill, I don't know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Marat, come on, man. Where's that cover at?
I was going to say, Sean, when he showed his preview piece, I said that reminds me of Zen.
Well, I used the basic blue is for like the color for like juvenile diabetes. So I'm basing that. Essentially, I created the character when I was a kid. It was a ripoff of like Heat Wave and Die Hard and like cartoons from the like 80s and 90s. And then the next day, I got to meet Dave Cockrum, and I showed it to him. And he's like, "That's awesome!" And I'm like, "This is gonna stick. I'm gonna be awesome." So,
cool.
It's cool. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, July I just kind of pulled out of my ass one day. It was last year, and they're like, "When do you want it?" I was talking with my writer.
Summary. Like, it feels summery. It was good. Yeah.
We were just like,
there's comic conventions needing to be had.
July.
Right,
Yeah, exactly.
At the time, it seemed like it was far enough in the future that I could get a lot done. But like the time's creeping up fast. I'm like, man, I got so much.
Time is so fluid, dude. It's like you have to work months ahead of time before. Like as soon as I think I'm going to have something ready for next month, it's just like, oh, I should have started last month. They're trying to clear the table or clear commissions or clear. Everything's been COVID. Kind of in some things in the world kind of threw a monkey wrench in all kinds of stuff. So I feel like a lot more people are late with things than normal.
Yeah.
So me on the top of the list. So I've been playing catch up for a little while. Luckily, everybody's been so cool and so patient, and as long as you stay open and you're on top of things, make sure you're communicating with people and not just So everything's cool. I'm catching up. I'm climbing my little hill.
It's been
looks like you guys got one more backer at 54.50 now, 89 backers.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, chat.
Sweet.
Guys rule.
Thank you so much.
Guys rule.
Hail the chat.
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Let's see. We're sitting at 47 minutes. Don, you had shared with me Beardzzerker, and am I saying that right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me bring that up. I'm gonna take a look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beardzzerker, it's our epic Keanu Reeves Berserker parody. Bill's doing the total insides of it. 32 brand new pages, full color. His wonderful daughter, Cat Mouse, is probably going to be doing the coloring on that.
Yep, she's doing the color. She's right in between graphic novels. So the timing is perfect. Yeah, usually she's working on books for a company called Storyboard. Usually those graphic novels are 120 page books. So they take up a chunk of her time. Yeah, so she's done very well with that company and freelancing on her own too. She's got her own collectors that follow her around. So
nice.
She's the two. She's my daughter. She's the 2.0. She's supposed to be better than me in every way. So it's like you got like a sports car. She's got the spoiler. She got the she's good.
Her name is Cat Mouse, by the way.
Yeah, her name is Cat Mouse.
That's awesome.
I love it. I love it.
I didn't plan that ahead of time. Her name is Catherine Taylor Mouse. And
okay. Nice.
I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize the Cat Mouse thing was going to stick till she got to high school and she started introducing herself as Cat Mouse. And I was like, oh shit, she's marketable. Wait a minute.
Right. Yeah.
I had no idea
Brilliant.
I did that. Yeah. So it's like most things, happy accidents. So.
Sure.
Yep. Let's take a look at this real quick and see. Man, I get too many. All right, there we go.
Comics are totally awesome. And I'm totally awesome too. Beardzzerker has everything you want from a comic book. It's got great drawings, colors, great story. It's got great action, has a little romance, and it's about something. Not just any something. It's a parody of some thing.
Nice.
And I was like, well, I used to collect and I love comic books. And they were like, so, did you ever want to make a comic book? And I was like, yeah. And then Parody Press was like, oh, yeah. So they made a comic book that's a parody of my comic book. And it will probably be pretty hilarious, because that's what a parody is. Or at least what it's supposed to be. You know, this idea of kind of like a rock and roll warrior, someone in an altered state, someone with a big guitar axe, then a pet cat that's from the hood, just out of control. Speaking of out of control, there's his beard. It gets bigger and longer throughout the book until it takes on a fantastical life of its own. It's like, whoa! So check it out. If you do, I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. But honestly, I didn't really do that much, other than rambling on about comics and books. I mean, comic books. Wait, what was I saying? Oh well. Enjoy! Beardzzerker from Parody Press. Back it today!
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man. That is so cool.
every time I watch that, I think Keanu kind of looks like Jesus.
The voice actor was on point. It's like,
You did a good job.
you got a good
I have
guy.
a co-host, Carrie, but I can run the show all by myself. I can push all those buttons, make people big, small, change views, make all kinds of video clips come on, show people's websites live. A show in a box. I mean, people can say that all they want, but I've been running it. I've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes run through StreamYard. That's why I use it, because I can rely on it. I can work on the part that's harder still, making my guests shine to the community that I have the pleasure to serve. That's why you have to use it.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what that was.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
I thought that
Okay,
was
so
an advertisement or something.
I thought that was the voice actor.
Yeah, I thought.
yeah, no, we had Jesus and then we had Thor. I'm not really sure.
I
No,
thought
Odin. That was
Odin
Odin.
there for a second, or the video. I was like, oh, it's just another parody, and I was like,
It's
oh,
like,
no,
oh
they
wait, this
like,
is an ad for StreamYard. What is this?
Well, there you go, free advertisement.
Free advertisement.
There
They
you
owe us
go. There
money.
you go.
Sponsor the show.
They get a nickel
It's
every
all
time.
Heroinberg picked up. You picked up on that. You're the first one. I did model the cat after Keanu, the cat.
Oh, okay.
But his name is Cat Stevens in the comic book.
So I was gonna ask before that debacle with whoever that dude was with StreamYard. Who do you guys get? Yeah. I was just well. At first, I'm not even gonna tell you. Yeah, that was a mess up there. But how do you guys get who do you guys get to do the voices, the impressions?
I actually the Patrick Stewart one on X-Farce was a guy I found on Fiverr, and so I sent him a script, and then he sent me a voice track like within 24 hours, very reasonably priced.
Oh, no shit.
And then the guy that does Keanu was also a Fiverr find, and it's amazing, the talent you can contract out with out there just to do things like that. And then our videos were put together by a guy named Ryan Hogan, who he works with Ascension, the guy that does a lot of the
Okay.
Ethan's video and Starlight. Yeah, so we've got some really good people that make the Parody Press team. My wife has been awesome. She's a graphics wizardress, and she did the voice in the X-Farce trailer of all the women in there, so that was really fun.
That's pretty cool. See you, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Thank you for checking
by.
it out. We'll see you next time.
I think, Joe, I sent you, we've got like 3 covers so far, and then there's a 4th one that I have yet to announce. But the big announcement this last week is that Billy Tucci allowed us to use she on a cover. I think, did I send you the pencils on that? I think I did. If not,
let me search through all the art that you sent me real quick.
Because I have it if you want me to share it. But
actually, yeah, if you got it, then I don't have to go through all the open windows I've got. Just a massive amount of windows behind everything.
I got the original. I got the original on my board right here, waiting to get inked.
Oh, really?
Oh, actually, Bill, I don't think I have it on my.
Let me throw up my second camera and.
Okay. Yeah.
Here you go. I'll switch cameras real quick.
Okay.
And we'll see here. All right, there I am. I found me. There we go.
Yeah.
See if I can get away from the light just a little bit. There we go. Angle it away from the light a little bit.
While you're doing that, I'll see if I can actually find what you sent me, Dan. Yeah, it looks so. I mean, that. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I get this one. All right. Let me get back here. What am I doing? What am I doing? There we go.
You're fine, man.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Here, I got the file. Let me bring it up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be easier. Yeah, I got the second camera for when I'm just sketching live or something like that. So it's good you got the thing.
It's kind of full circle because back in the 90s, Billy Tucci was just doing his she thing, and we would rub elbows with him at these cons when we were Entity Comics, and Bill had his own bad girl superhero named Nira X, who's still published, with Kickstarter now. And so, Bill Tucci, Bill Mouse, and Brian Polito, they had the Lady Death, she, Nira X, they were all the 90s bad girls back in the day. So it's kind of cool that Billy remembered us and was kind enough to let us use she on the cover. And then as we get closer to announcing the launch of the book, which I would imagine would be the next month, there's going to be a big 4th cover. And I don't want to say anything about it yet. I'll just leave it at
Cool. We'll have you back on for that.
Yeah.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a tease. That's how you set it up.
Yeah. So if you guys want to sign up, we have a pre-launch page. Just go to beardzzerker.com. And if you wind up backing our comic book, you get a free exclusive trading card. And we're going to try to keep the price point on this book around $15.
Okay.
Try to make it a little more affordable for people. So, yeah, that's the scoop.
And I might have missed that because I was doing some technical stuff here, but that's going to be on Indiegogo as well, or is that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I may test the waters and try Beardzzerker on Kickstarter just because that's where Keanu released, Berserker over there, and I kind of think if people do a search for that on Kickstarter, our book will come up and they'll go, "Oh, I can get Berserker, I'll get Beardzzerker."
Well, a lot of people are like, why not both? It's like you do both campaigns, or I've seen people do a Kickstarter campaign that transitions into an Indiegogo campaign as a continuation. I know there's like several ways to do it, so I'm not up on all the ins and outs and on all that. I keep my personal Kickstarter stuff pretty simple and straightforward. So, but there's definitely ways to do it.
He's got an awesome Kickstarter right now on Nira X with you can get even a custom pop figure of her for like $10. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a few things on there. Nira X Reborn. If you do a search for Nira X Reborn on Kickstarter, it'll pop up and you'll see my my video. And I think we're up to like 6,800 right now, something like that. And
nice.
So yeah, it's like slow and steady. So it's I think we still got like 20 days left in the campaign, somewhere abouts. So
very cool.
Yeah, if people wanted to check that out, that'd be awesome. I appreciate it.
Well, here's the go up and sign up for the, what am I trying to say?
The pre-launch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God dang.
There you go.
Which I just did. I'm in there now, so I'll get all the updates. But yeah, so if anybody's watching,
Sweet.
here we go. I brought this up. Yes, and some more. Just fucking, I love it. This is great. I'm gonna back these projects as soon as I get a chance. Looking forward to this one coming out. That
Who did the Kirby
Video
type of style? The Kirby style.
Dax Martian.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
I saw his work online and I said, this guy's awesome. And I go, believe it or not, I Twittered him and I go, how much do you charge for your artwork? He goes, he said, I do it for free if I like your project. And I went, wow. So I said, can you do a Kirby-esque Beardzzerker? And like a few days later, he turned around and sent me this. So I went, that's awesome.
Wow.
That's interesting, Jasper. That's good to know when you're trying to put together a campaign. It's always interesting trying to figure out how much you charge for a book. You basically just go off about like what everybody else is doing, but I guess it depends on the quality.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, thanks for giving us the time to plug our stuff and just
it was a good time. Yeah, it was a good time to hang out. It's like and plug all of our stuff. It was great.
A pleasure. Sorry, this isn't a longer show. It's just that's the middle of the week. People got work in the morning, and
no. This is perfect. It gave me like the perfect break away from the table for 5 minutes. We can actually sit down and talk shop for a minute. This has been 100%, man. It's like totally awesome. Cool. Now I'll go back. I'll go back to work a little bit more recharged. I got my cool glasses on. I'm good.
Get some rice and beans.
There you go. Well, today
we
it was a cheeseburger from McDonald's, but I'm just, I'm paraphrasing.
And we would love to have both you guys back on again. Maybe when the Beardzzerker launches,
absolutely.
You're closing out the X-Farce campaign, whatever. Just anytime, or it doesn't even matter if you got a campaign going on. If you guys want to be on the show, you want to shoot the shit and have a good time. This was a blast. We had a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah, awesome. I'm totally game. It's like we should all stay connected and hang out when we can and talk about our projects when we can. This is what we live for, right? So.
Absolutely.
It's good to hang out with the people that do all the same stuff that we do and stay friends, stay connected, build friendships and relationships that way. I think it's great.
Your chat is awesome. They're very active. I like that.
They are really blessed.
I love the chat.
It's nothing but good people.
Very good people. Yep.
Yeah.
We got some great mods on here that are, they drop links like crazy. They're on it and they're awesome. We got
we got the best mods in the game.
Absolutely. I'm gonna.
That's good.
Now, fucking A. And Don. There we go.
Yes.
There we go. Rick had asked if you had been on the Bancroft's channel yet.
Yeah, I just wrote him back. No, I haven't been. I've never met Michael, but I've seen him on streams. I think Joe Catapano was just doing his launch on there. Do you guys?
Rick can make that happen.
Rick can make it happen.
Rick can make that. Yeah.
Rick got us on the show. Like Rick knows people in powerful people in high places. Is that the term? I fucked that up.
That's good. No, that's good. Good.
Whatever you can do for me, my friend. He's in Australia, right?
Yeah. He goes on every day. I think almost like every day at 11. So he'll be on in about an hour over on his channel. So maybe Rick can put in a good word and do what he did for us and get you out there and get you on that show, because it's a fun show to be on. He's got a ton of people that follow the show, and a lot of people will follow you from his show, subscribe, and then support you. So I mean, it's a really good connection to have, and he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's good people.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Cool.
I got a question though. Like maybe Rick can answer this. When you're in the chat and you at somebody and they see the name, how do you do that? Because I'm fucking retarded and don't know how to properly do that when it comes to like, hey Sean, it's like, oh hey Bob, how you doing?
Oh, you mean on the you got to be on the YouTube app.
Yeah.
Watching the live chat, and if you just type the @ and the first couple letters of the person's screen name, it'll come up and show you who's in the room. And so you just it'll highlight that name and then start typing the rest of your message.
Oh, okay. Because I've tried it a couple of times. I'm like, I don't think I properly did this right, and I don't want to like offend people when they say hi to you. And If I offend you, I want to
Gotcha.
properly offend you for a justifiable
Right.
reason, not this.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it right. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me
Yeah,
more.
not by accident.
No.
No, that's being sus.
Hey, where are you guys at, by the way? I know Bill's over on the East Coast, but where are you and Joe?
I'm from originally North Jersey, but I live down in South Delaware now, which is a total culture shock. People are nice and polite. Weird. But
Not used to that. Yeah.
not one bit. They're like, hey, how you doing? It's like, what's your agenda, buddy? What do you want?
I know. What are you up to? What are you up to?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to make less money. What do you want?
Some Agent Cub. And I'm in Michigan. I'm
Central
in the
America.
Central
Michigan.
Central America.
Gotcha.
Great Lakes, baby.
Cool.
Great Lakes.
It's like
I hear
Agent
Very
Cub.
cold.
Here it's cold there, Joe.
Very cold right now. Absolutely. I can't wait till spring comes around. I love Michigan.
I'll bet.
I just hate the winter. It's just,
You can hate it for half the year. That's all.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, absolutely. I hate it for
yeah.
about 6 months, and then everything else is good. I can deal with it. But I love living here.
Yeah.
You just gotta take it.
Yep,
You gotta take it.
Yeah. My dad's half of the family, all Michigan, White Cloud, Big Rapids, all up in that area.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah. That's why I stay
I'm
down. That Puerto Rican blood is too cold up there.
Say yes to Michigan.
We'll do the pilgrimage to New York City because it's just that's like a rite of passage for Puerto Ricans apparently.
Yeah, sure.
So I had to be in New York. It was just required, and then I immediately moved a little south.
Well, you gotta fit in the stereotype. If you don't, like, why live?
Why be Puerto Rican if I can't be?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I got it in my system. It's all good. It's nice to have friends up there.
Do you guys remember Kentucky Fried Movie? The
Oh god.
Bruce Lee's parody that they did of Enter the Dragon and Kentucky Fried Movie?
That's
I don't think I ever saw it.
You guys gotta watch it.
You might see clips of that on YouTube somewhere. Yeah, Kentucky Fried Movie. It's called A Fistful of Yen.
Yeah. So there's a guy that's kind of like the guy with the claw. You know, he's a bad dude, and I think they're torturing these peasants to make them do what they want, and they eventually he comes along to one peasant and he like kills him like by cutting off his head, and then the next guy comes up that's going to be tortured, and the bad guy says, "Take him to Detroit."
Yeah, and the guy's like, no, anything but that.
Yeah. That's perfect, man. That is perfect.
Yeah, that was a very airplane-esque movie. Very that type of humor. Yeah, real cheesy humor. Yeah.
Oh, it's on Prime. Cool.
I'll have to check it out.
Oh, there you go. Cool. There you go.
Thank you, Jasper. Appreciate that.
Oh man, I had fun.
Have a drink before you watch it.
My gut hurts.
Loosen up the brain. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. Just to loosen it up.
Medicinal. I got diabetes.
Yeah, it's not Oscar. It's not an Oscar winner. It's
I love
some silly humor.
Okay.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, man. That's it.
No, why you look sad? Don't be sad, Joe.
I know.
Joe, are you right?
Oh, there he is. There he is.
There
All right.
he is. Oh, sad panda.
You're nodding off. It's been a long day.
You did that just as we all looked at you.
Yeah. See, the moment I try to just get away for a second, I think everyone's talking, and it's like boom, right back in.
No, you just have to attention,
you put your head. Yeah, you put your head down. It's like you were praying for all of us. It's like they're watching Kentucky Fried Movie. I'll say a small prayer for them.
Will you guys be doing a Bruce Lee parody? Leandro would like to know.
Oh, that's a thought. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. I know I like Mortal Kombat a lot, so I could probably fit him in there somewhere.
Sure.
Oh, dude, that's a post-it note. Put it down. Put it down. We can't do Mortal Kombat and not have Bruce Lee pop up in there somewhere.
Well, Liu Kang is basically Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But speaking of Mortal Kombat, anybody
Be
see
the winner.
trailer that came out today?
Yeah, I watched it. It's all right. I missed the music though. The classic '90s.
Well, yeah, but like the movie wise, like I was pretty impressed. I think it looks pretty good. And
Yeah.
I was a fan of the one back in the '90s, and that was like cheesy, PG-13 and whatnot. And this is
I was a huge fan of that first one that came out in the 90s.
Yeah, the first one.
The other one, I don't know that it holds up to it doesn't hold water, right? Like today probably, but I'll sit down and I sit down and watch it, and I know it's trash, and I'll still sit down through it, and I just like I still like it. I didn't like the sequel so much, but I like that first one. I was sold on that first one.
Yeah, the first one.
I still got to watch that trailer for the new one though. I got to see what they're doing. So.
Hey, Bill, I think you and I and Ben Go watched Mortal Kombat in the theater in Virginia when it came out.
Dude, you said Ben Go. I'm having PTSD. It's like I'm having a flashback. That's a friend we haven't hung out with together in 20 years, 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long time. Yeah. Ben, he still lives in Richmond. Yeah. He's doing well for himself. Sorry, it's a side note to a private thing where nobody knows.
All love. It's all love. We're bringing everybody together.
Yeah, right.
That's what it's all about. Yeah, he's a friend of mine from a while back in the college days. He's another fellow artist, and he actually worked with us. We had a color group when we were doing Anthony Comic for a while. We just called ourselves the House of Mouse, and I had probably 5 people in my house. I set up this one room. It was just nothing but PCs as far as the eye can see, and everybody sitting down coloring. Not even with Photoshop. We were using Picture Publisher, which was like my pre-Photoshop software.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
Not a lot of people has. Picture Publisher did not even have layers. That's what we were working with.
Wow.
We have
crazy stuff.
Is that the same program that was like what they did to do like the telephone book? Because I remember Dan was telling us there's an Extreme Zero, I think it was, where it was that Kiko colored it, but it was like for making either telephone books or it was like a mathematical, so it wasn't even really
it was very Photoshop like. It was made for coloring, but since it didn't have layers, so if you messed up something, that was another 6 hours worth of work in order to fix it. You just can't separate the layers out where it's just like, it's like, how about you make his shirt blue? It's like, how about you kiss my ass? I don't want to make it blue. That's going to be like 10 hours worth of work. It's like, whatever. It's like little things like that would take a long time because there was no layers. And then instead of like a multiply layer where you can put color on anything, you can put color on grayscale. We take it for granted now is just something we can do. But in Picture Publisher, what you did was you selected a certain color, and if it was just a zero range of that color, you could paint on it without affecting that color. So we would select the black as the color to not mess up, and then we would color on top of that. It's like layers but cheating. It's like artwork. The artwork had to be straight black and white. You couldn't do shades of gray or anything like that. Everything had to be straight black and white artwork in order for that program to work the way it was supposed to. But dude, I loved that program back in the day. It's like that was the most advanced thing I'd ever used up until that point. It's like you look at it now, it's just like, oh, how could you? But we had these discs that were about this big called SideQuest discs. You remember these, Don? Of course. Like they held 88 megs, and inside. If you know what a regular hard drive on an older computer looks like, it's a big metal disc. It's about this thick, spins around like a platter, right? That's what was inside these discs. It was a big metal plate. It was literally a hard drive. Yeah, but it was just a disc. It was like a floppy, but it was thick. It was huge.
You'd send it to the publisher like a big box of SideQuest discs, and then they would take the SideQuest discs and then send them back. We didn't have the internet speeds where you can just send your files to the printer. You had to FedEx them over to the printer.
Yeah, well, all anybody had back then was dial-up. It's like we had AOL dial-up. So sending things over the internet was like, oh, one day when Star Trek is real, we'll be able to do this. It's like that was the most advanced thing we'd ever done. Yeah, so we were sending and then then they came out with smaller discs like zip drives and things like that.
I used to work on zip drives in college.
Moving things forward. Yeah. So when I came out with thumb drives, I was just like, no, that's impossible. What are you talking about? We're not at the Picard level yet. It's like, what are you talking about?
One day, I'm still hoping.
And now I've got thumb drives lying around doing nothing because we're just emailing stuff back and forth like pop, Dropbox. Everything's just 1, 2, 3. I can get approvals. I can send stuff to Don and be like, I take a picture of the pencils with my phone and then I'll send the inks, like just drop it in a Dropbox. He sees it. He gets we approve things back and forth. Super fast, super slow. We take it for granted now how quick it is.
True.
Yeah.
And now you see kids work on like their iPads, and you're like smacking out of their hands. It's like do it the old way.
Dude, I'm coloring most of my stuff nowadays on my iPad. I kid you not. It's like I'm using Procreate on my iPad. Now I'll import all that stuff back into Photoshop on my desktop, on my Mac, and do all the other like color correcting and lettering and making sure the pages are the correct size and all that sort of stuff. But all the way the Apple Pencil works, it's too intuitive. That actually works the way my brain kind of thinks.
This is phenomenal. Yeah.
Dude, it's the best thing they've ever come out with. It's like it actually works the way I was hoping it would work. Yeah. I got a wacko. I got a Cintiq sitting around gathering dust. It's like it's just sitting there.
I draw traditionally.
Wait, which one do you have, Don? What's your pencil, Don?
Yeah, number 2 Ticonderoga.
That's what I thought I saw.
I draw traditionally, but when I dabble around with coloring, I like Procreate. It's just easy, it's fun, and it's good quality. I mean, for what you do.
I love inking on an iPad, but I'm very like if I'm working on a project where I really don't think somebody might want to buy the original artwork, then I don't mind working on my iPad. But if it's a book, like we're working like right now, all the books that we're doing for Dawn and for Parody Press, is like we think there's gonna be fans that would want those pages, and it's like so we really need them to be on a physical page. So I draw everything traditional. Then of course everything else is going to be colored digitally and all that sort of stuff.
All right, Don started. I was waiting. Yeah, Don started. All right, here we go.
I don't recognize any of you. Who are you guys?
I know. There's light.
Oh man, we're starting a whole new podcast. What's going? It's like these are new people.
There we go. Yeah.
So can you give us your origins?
Don, you don't look as gangster as before.
Now
we're all like normal looking. Like the whole rock star facade is gone.
The rock star. Okay, now okay, I got my Harry Potters back on. Look how friendly I look.
Realistically, this is what
there you go.
Look like.
There you go.
Oh wow!
The big reveal at the end. Look who we've been interviewing the whole.
I do have a pair of glasses around here somewhere, but I'm not gonna find them. Although I do look pretty damn sexy in glasses. I'll just say it. Like,
hey Don, did you show him the shirt?
I did show. Well, I kind of teased it a little bit, but
There you go.
I want one of those.
I like the way they print it. Other printers I've noticed they have a very small square for a big image on the front. And the image on the front of these shirts is actually really huge. It's like it takes up really the front of the shirt, really fills it up.
And really, a lot of that is like the size of the printer that they use. Because back in the band days when we used to get our shirts printed, it all depended on who we went to because they might have a big printer and might have a small printer. And you might get stuck sometimes with that stupid square looking thing. It just doesn't look
11 by 17. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. Like, a nice big screen, they can put that like on the front of the shirt and then it looks awesome. That one looks really good.
To fill it up. Yeah. It looks great.
Yeah. All right, guys. Oh, go ahead, Don.
I said, bless you to Sean.
Bless you.
Thank you. People have manners. This is all.
Yeah.
Joe never blesses me. He's like,
I had a great time. Thank you guys. You guys
It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. You guys are awesome. We look forward to having you back whenever, and all the best. You guys are phenomenal, man.
Thanks, man.
Great.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And hopefully we didn't come off like too cunty, just a little bit.
or hopefully we did. Either way, like
you did, and I still think you're good people. This is good.
See, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Gente. That's what's up.
Yeah. At some point when we're all allowed to travel again, we'll grab some pizza. That'll be good.
I like it. I love pizza.
Awesome.
And M&Ms. Thanks, Jazz, for playing on. Thank you, chat, and everybody. Thank you, the mods that came through. As always, you guys are awesome. You make doing this show so much fun. Before we get out of here and before we go over everybody's plugs, remember we're doing a show on Saturday at 9.
9
Is it 9? I think it's 9. Yeah, 9 p.m. It's called
Sketch and Stuff. We're
That's
gonna
what it's
have
called.
Mike McMahon, our buddy Elliot, me and Joe. Professor Murphy, and then maybe reach out to one of our buddies. See if Jerry is able to hop on, if because snow and shit.
Yeah. But we're gonna be working on. It's gonna be an interesting stream. It's not an out and stuff show. It's just we're gonna be drawing, working on projects, and we're gonna stream at the same time and shoot the shit, talk comics, and
I'm gonna finish this overdue commission. Which
all right.
How the hell I'm gonna ink on this stuff?
Yeah. What's that? I mean,
it's one of those
yeah.
fucking. I don't know what to use.
Oh, those are those magnetic.
It's a comic box. Yeah.
Comic box. All right.
But,
oh yeah. Let's turn the box all the way around. It's literally like one of those. Yeah. I've got a couple of those. I was able to ink right on it. I was able to
use specifically because
you could probably use microns. You could probably use microns just fine. I use pit pens, those Faber-Castell pit pens. These guys, these are the guys that I use.
Yeah, those are good.
Which they're essentially, it's between these and the microns that are kind of like the go-to nowadays. But I would stick with those. Those are the ones that are probably stick best. And then everything else, I was using color pencil and Copic markers, and everything else seems to stick to it pretty good. These brush pens probably won't.
Oh yeah.
Anything like the Pentel ink. I think those boxes are a little too smooth or something. It doesn't absorb right. It stays wet.
Yeah.
It stays wet on there. Yeah, but the pit pens or the microns should be all right. That'll be fine.
I've used Pit and I've used the Copics. Those are the two that I like. For some reason, the microns, and I don't want to send everybody down the rabbit hole here, but for some reason, like I never liked the darkness of the blacks on the microns, and maybe that's just me. And maybe it was a bad batch I got one time, but like compared to like the Faber-Castell and
I like the Pit pens way better. And the microns for me, some people use them and they're perfect. It's like Frank Cho uses those microns and he's a wizard. He does everything. Right. For me, like the microns are like too hard, like they're too choppy. And I noticed that when you erase the pencil out from underneath it, a little bit of that ink kind of comes up with it.
Copics do the same thing like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Copics do that too. They lighten up a little bit. Yeah. That's our supply portion of the show tonight.
Stuff. This is art stuff.
Oh yeah. I love it. All right, everybody. Make sure you check out X-Farce and make sure you check out Beardzzerker when that comes out. Thank you everyone for joining us. And before we get out of here, starting with Don, why don't you guys give us a plug of all your social medias and everywhere we can find you, we can follow you, and we can just ingest everything that is you.
Awesome. I'm on Twitter. I just changed my name out to my Twitter handle, which is @RealDonChin. And that works for Parler too, although I'm not on Parler that much. xfarce.com. You can just go right to our campaign page, and my contact info is on there. We also have parodypresscomics.com as well. So that's where you can reach me.
Cool. You can reach me at my website is billmouseart.studio because somebody stole my .com when I wasn't looking. Literally, I let my website lapse for literally like 2 minutes, and one of their robots picked it up. And when I went back to my site, it actually had a for sale sign on the website. So since I don't want to pay $2,000 for that shady move, it's .studio now. But you can also find me. You can find me on Facebook. I'm more active on my Facebook page because it's easy for me to interact and keep touch with people back and forth on my Facebook. So that's either at Bill Mouse or at Bill Mouse Art. Same thing with Twitter, Instagram. If you do a search for Bill Mouse Art, you'll find me.
Very nice.
And that's where I'm at.
Sean Aaron across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Geeks at the Beach on Facebook. It's the convention I throw down here, or I did throw until COVID. And Type 1 will be coming out sometime this year. And Joey, where about you?
All the social medias that Sean just listed, I'm on there too under Joe Sonntag or Joe M. Sonntag. One of those two is going to pop. Joseph Sonntag might pop something up too. I am on Parler, although I'm not on there very often. And since it got taken down, I hear it's back up. I don't know. That's kind of an interesting site to figure out. It doesn't work as smoothly as some of the other sites. But also YouTube, I have my own channel under Joe M. Sonntag. I have a series called Appreciating Comic Book Art that I do, where I look at comics and just appreciate the art. A lot of the artists that inspired me and maybe want to jump into the business, and you know, a lot of the guys from the 90s that came up there, I really get into when it comes to that stuff. So check that out. I think it's a fun series. Sean has been on it with me before. I have some guests every once in a while. I think Jasper Plan 9 is going to come on in the future episode with me and go over some Kelly Jones art.
Oh, nice.
What am I missing? What else am I missing?
Oh, one
I think
thing.
that's it.
Next month, I'm going to be starting a new show on my YouTube channel with my friend Myra. She's also a type 1 diabetic. She's a classically trained ballerina, so we're going to try to do something like with living with it, and then people with the arts try to type it. I don't know. I think I want to call it Living with One, or I don't know, it's going to be stupid. It's going to be a dumb name, but it's going to be fun. You know?
For you, Sean. Actually, I plug one more thing, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely.
I forgot to mention, I also have a YouTube channel as well. If you just search Don Chin on YouTube. But Harrowenberg is actually going to be my guest on a morning show this upcoming Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, along with another Pittsburgh creator named Marvin Wynn. I think he has a book called The Edge. So we're going to have kind of a casual chat with her and Marvin. And Marvin's artist on The Edge actually drew Aster, which was the book that was on that Batwoman promo. So it's a weird round, you know, the way things come around.
So cool, yeah.
Years later,
so cool.
It's really strange. But
That Quesada cover was awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh man, and Jay Lee, and you know, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, dude. Don has seen the beginnings of people's careers through Entity Comics and through Parody Press. It amazes me, the people that you know, Don.
Well, you had like Walden Wong and Wayne Foucher.
Yeah.
Walden's good peoples, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
And I agree with Rick. Everybody that's watching this channel, when you get done, go over to Bancroft's channel. He's starting at 11. And when you get there, when you get into the comments, spam him and say you want Don Chin on and want to promote X-Farce.
Thanks,
and
guys.
just do it. So, and Bill Mouse, you know, get them both on. I mean, because this was really fun. You know, it was a surprise that Bill was coming on. And,
a great surprise.
You know, it was, it really was.
Yeah, I'm glad it was a good thing. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
It's been an entertaining show. Like I said, it was very fun. And we'll have you on. We'll have you on again sometime in the future, and we'll shoot the shit. You know, it's gonna be really, really cool. So, all right, guys. If I don't end the show now, I'm gonna blabber on, and I don't want to do that.
That's the Puerto Rican side. It's like it's just
that must be it.
That's it.
So when you guys get to a party, you guys start saying goodbye, because by the time you're done, then you got to make your rounds.
Hey Don, I'll see you later.
What's that?
Hey Don, I'll see you later.
All right, man.
Joe. See you later. See you later. So remember, sketching stuff. Next Wednesday we got Brian Maynard on, and then next Friday we have Shelby Robertson. So
yes,
I published his work.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We got
That's right.
That's too cool.
We got a lot of fun guests coming on in the next few months. So, including this show, this was awesome, guys. Thank you much for. Let me try that again. Thank you so much for coming on. Chat, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being such a big part of the show and supporting us. We love you to death. As always, I love you guys. Everyone have a great weekend. Take care out there. And until next time, imagine me naked. As always, I will talk to you all later. Peace.